What's happening? Because you know it's your boy Beehive Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, aka Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
Yes, sir. I'm in the building, man, and even though you don't call me Galaxy Wick, like you know what I'm saying, no more. I'm gonna let that go. Cause we got a lot to talk about today, man. I'm here for it today. I got time today.
Well, see, you know somebody else who had time was Diddy's sons. Okay, Christian, Justin, and Q. They all ran up on Ray J over the weekend at a Halloween party, and they basically told him that they didn't appreciate all of the stuff that he was talking about Diddy. And they was coming to see about him, actually. And within a nick of time, here comes Chris Brown moonwalking out of nowhere. Stop it, fellas! And he stopped the fight and saved Ray J's life, okay? So, I mean, once again, we got to salute Chris Brown for being a peacemaker in this situation.
Right.
And also, you know, Diddy's sons, I mean, obviously, they're pissed off. So, with that being said, see, that's one thing about having a family, okay? When you got a family with 3 boys in it, that's an automatic gang. You ain't got to be joining no gang when there's 3 boys in the house. They can pull up and show out wherever the hell they need to.
Right.
And with that being said, you know, Ray J learned a valuable lesson, I guess, in that situation about disrespecting people's parents when, you know, I guess they might have had a decent working relationship beforehand. I don't know for sure, but the boys weren't going for it, man. What were your thoughts on it?
And actually, it was like you didn't actually go all the way into it. You know, the ins and outs of that particular conversation. But my thoughts is the first thing is this right here. There's so many layers to this, and I'm gonna bear with me.
Yeah.
The first thing I feel is that Ray J needs to shut up. I read a few things. He's already given his opinion on the case, and the worst thing he saw was the Casey video. There's no place in for this and that in the community, which are all true things.
That's right.
But let's not forget, we're taking advice from a guy that set up a camera, and did a sex tape to blow up. You understand what I'm saying? So he's the last person needs to be talking about respecting women. I'm not even going to go into a lot of the whispers about Whitney Houston, which we all love. I'm not even going to go into that. You understand what I'm saying? But there were whispers about that also. So Ray is the last person that needs to be giving us love and relation advice. You know what I'm saying, to somebody. So as Puffy kids should have said something to him, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, Beehive, when a man is fighting for his life, no matter, and this is hood shit. This is in all the black community. Let it play out first before you give your opinion especially when you're a superstar like Ray J, when you have the influence that Ray J has. You don't know what prosecutor or anything is looking at or taking the words from Ray J and or the jurors, because they always say jurors are not supposed to feed into the media, give comments about a case. Well, let's be honest, they do. How can you get away from it when the cases, every time you turn on the TV, it's on every single thing? So unless you're a hermit that's living somewhere without social media, you're gonna know about the case and how people feel about it. So that influences the jury when you come out and say certain shit. This man is on trial for his life. Pump the brakes, Ray J. Let it play out with the 12 jurors first, and then give your opinion. Now, if he's convicted and they send him away or whatever, and then somebody stick a microphone in Ray J's face and say, Puffy got convicted of this, what you think? Well, blah, blah, blah. This is what I thought. When I first saw the video out there, it's okay then. But while the case is going on right now, it's just not helpful to come out here to millions of people and give your goddamn opinion on something when a man is facing his life. One thing about me, Beehive, is that I'm not, whatever Puffy did or didn't do, one, I don't know and you don't know. But second, I'm not an advocate for seeing anybody lose their life for the rest of their life. I still feel like there's value in most people that go to prison, unless you're Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody, but there's some type of value. Even if he's in prison and he's teaching other inmates, what not to do. Or even if Puff was speaking, if he gets convicted and he's speaking from prison, and it could change some lives on the street for up and coming artists that are gonna go down that same path. Puff can speak, his voice still carries weight, even if he gets convicted of this. He can say, you know what, young rapper, don't do that right there. These artists don't ain't good. Blah, 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 blah. And it could save a life. Second of all, third of all, what struck me is, haven't goddamn the Diddy's had enough parties? What the fuck? I think this would be a great time, B.I., to refrain from a party in the first place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's cut the parties until all this is over with.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you know that your father is hanging from a string right now because of these parties, and now you're reading to me that they was at a party turned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I were in jail and my son was throwing a party, we already hot, I would come, son.
Well, see, now they weren't throwing the party; they was going to a party.
They went to the party.
LA.
Okay.
They weren't throwing it.
Oh, they weren't throwing it.
Yeah, they were just partying.
Okay. But like I said, when it comes to any person that's on trial for something, you can have your opinions on it, and I do have my opinions on it, and a lot of stuff that Ray J said was true. Nobody wants to, in the black community, we don't want to see the women getting beat down and on camera, this and that. But I will say this also, Ray J, stop acting so shocked. You're from the hood, nigga. You don't seen the same type of behavior before. You understand what I'm saying? And we always in the hood, what we say when we see two people fighting, keep your nose out the business, because you never know who is right and who is wrong in that particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's been times that I have left a club or left something, and I see a guy and a girl arguing, and I'm compelled to want to go there and play Captain Save-All or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, man, why you hitting on her? You'll never know. This man could have just caught this girl that done robbed him blind. That don't came by his house and cut all the ties and beat his old lady up. You never know what, from looking at two people, who is right and who is wrong. So that's why I've learned to just kind of mind my own damn business when I see shit go. Plus it'll get you killed. You know what I'm saying? When you're sticking your nose in somebody else's business, you don't know what that couple has going on or what the dynamic is about that. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So it's hard not to keep your nose on your face, but that's what you need to do, Ray J. Shut the fuck up, let it play out. Then once it play out and everything is said and done, then give your opinion on it. I want to pivot to, everybody, loves 50, and I love 50. Mm-hmm. I think 50 had the greatest album, I could argue the greatest album of all time. I could put him in that category with the greatest album of all time.
That's right.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? But, I'm hearing that he's doing a documentary already. Mm-hmm. And I know that him and Puffy have had their beefs over the years. Some of it is probably personal. Some of it is because of that number one spot. Mm-hmm. So you got a lot of stuff that be mixed into the gumbo to have two people at each other. A lot of times it's not just one particular thing. It's one thing that maybe sparked it, and then it gets into a whole bunch of other stuff. Because once you don't like a nigga, now nothing he does is right. I don't like Beehive, first because he called me a fuck nigga, but now on top of that, I ain't like the way the nigga goddamn did this. I don't like the car he drive. Mm-hmm. I don't like the motherfucker, everything, nothing about you now I'm gonna like. You know what I'm saying? Once one thing is sparked off. So we really never know what the true issue is with Puff and 50. One thing I will say is that, you putting out a documentary that I'm hearing. I don't know if this is true, but you're putting out a documentary. You're going to get all, a lot of the Puff haters to speak on this documentary. But 50 was the same person that was saying that Gayle King and Oprah was wrong about doing the same thing. And I guess now, since maybe Oprah is hot, or maybe, Gayle them have fallen back, I see you taking up the position. You understand what I'm saying? What was the difference? He was a big advocate of Gayle and Oprah doing the same thing to black men. He was a big advocate. Yeah. Now you're turning around and doing the same thing. Mm. So what is your excuse? What is 50's excuse? Well, I just don't like the nigga. Well, Gayle could have just said, maybe I ain't like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Why the excuse didn't work for me? Why you didn't give me the benefit of the doubt? Why couldn't I just didn't like R. Kelly? So I I interviewed him and tried to make him look bad. I made him look guilty. You're pretty much doing the same thing. People have when you what they say when you live in a glass house. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw stones.
No rocks. No.
You see what I'm saying? And I just think right now, as the black community, I get it. There's a lot of information out, and there's a lot of true information out, and a lot of misinformation out on Puffy. But in the hood, we as hood niggas look at it like when it involves the law, don't goddamn kick a nigga while he's down.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He already got them folks on him. Yeah. They already whipping him. They already kicking him. They beating him enough for us. Mm-hmm. What's gonna wind up happening? It's gonna wind up happening. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Ray J, shut the hell up. Let the case play out, and you are the last person that Galaxy Wick wants to hear talking about love and relation opinions, man. That's why I stand on it.
I'm gonna have to put some respect on Diddy's kid's name at the same breath too. It also lets you know what they're going through on their side of things for them to be that frustrated to have to jack up Ray J in the party to say, you know what, we already going through enough, and here you go with your craziness. So we got to confront you to let you know that, hey man, you pushing a narrative that we don't agree with.
Correct.
So it also is kind of good to see that Diddy's family is still in his corner and they hadn't turned their back on him, because that's the real telltale sign. If the kids say, you know what, hands off of them, daddy, we don't care what happens, then that means bad for Diddy. But when them kids are still fighting literally and figuratively, saying that we love our dad, we support our dad, and anybody that got a problem with our dad got a problem with us, that is a glimmer of hope on the Diddy side.
Yeah, it is, B-High, but like I said, at the same time, it's awful. I want to kind of, talk about Chris Brown, if that is true that he did, kind of get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That was big of him to do, because we know he's had his issues with females also.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So pretty much everybody that was involved in this has have their issues. So nobody right now should be giving an opinion or pushing a narrative about Puff to millions of people, especially Ray J, because him and Puff have had a relationship over the past. That's a thing too. When you down, you see a lot of the people that you fucked with, they come and kick you before it's already over.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's disappointing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know Ray J and Puff's relationship right now, year to day. Yeah. I don't know what it was before all this stuff jumped out. He could have not been fucking with Puff for the last 5 years. I don't know. Yeah. But I know at one point he was.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you know that the man is not convicted yet, going out here and preaching something as truth or as law is counterproductive. So his kids should be mad because it's not proven yet in the court of law. Mm-hmm. You're trying to sabotage the man in the public opinion, which Puff has already done a great job of doing that his damn self. We saw the tapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need Ray J to regurgitate what he saw on the tape, and now all of a sudden he's an activist for all women. The man that sets up porn and records women his damn self. Matter of fact, let me stop, because that was the first person I heard about doing the tape was Ray J. Or was recording a woman, a superstar.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? The first person I ever saw, I didn't think nothing bad of it. I thought it was him and his old lady, and they both agreed on it.
Exactly.
But the honest truth is, the first celebrity I saw on Pornhub was Ray J and the Kardashian. So he needs to be the last person trying to give me love and relationship advice on how to treat a woman. The fuck up, Ray J.
No, man. Ray J still has his freedom of speech, but you still just need to be politically correct, especially when you 10 toes deep in this industry.
Right.
And you got to come across these folks. See, that's the other part, too. You're going to have to come across these folks when you're talking all of that trash.
Right.
So when you do that, you got to be prepared for it, and maybe next time Chris Brown might not be there.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I'm a fan of Ray J's sister. First of all, matter of fact, you know what I'm saying. Ray J can give me her number.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
was that cheap? Was that a cheap?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Was
that was terrible.
But I had an issue because, like I said, the Browns lived here. Bobby was, I love Bobby Brown, love Coop, I love the whole entire family. There was stuff that, when Whitney passed that, the woman wasn't even in the ground yet. And Ray J had some shit they motherfucking say. You know what I'm saying? So, I was already looking at him sideways anyway. Man, let the family grieve. Let them put the woman to rest. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. Sometimes we don't know when to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Beehive, you and I know pretty much everything that be going on with a lot of these artists, or what we think we know, what people have told us.
Yeah.
We have what you call people inside of camps that will tell us that we won't give up. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna run right back on here. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? So and so, blah blah blah. Shut up, Ray J. Fall back. Pump the brakes, let it play out with Puff. We don't need an extra goddamn MC on the mic trying to narrate the goddamn Puffy situation. That's my stance on the whole thing. And I say that respectfully.
Y'all heard him? He said that wasn't respectful at all. At all. But hey man, let us know how you feel about this whole situation. How did you feel about Diddy's children standing up for him? How did you feel about 50 Cent doing a documentary on Diddy? You know, what you just said about 50, that kind of triggered me a little bit too, though. For him to go against Gayle King and Oprah for,
doing the same
giving
thing.
Kobe hell or giving, R. Kelly hell, and then you turn around and you give Diddy hell. Then, that's hypocritical.
But that's black people. We pick and choose who we ride with and who we're gonna go against.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no real law that a nigga is standing up on. The law that I'm standing at, that a lot of these niggas be standing on, if the law benefits me. If the law don't benefit me, then I ain't standing on it. I have no morals. I have no honor or nothing unless it benefits me.
Yeah.
You know the money he stands to make on, kicking Puffy in the ass right now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure he didn't make no money off when Gayle was kicking R. Kelly in the ass. He didn't make no money, so he had no. So he went against her.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He went against Oprah, which he probably was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you turn right around and do the same exact thing, and then black people got their pom poms.
Hit the comments. Let us know how you feel. Big Galaxy, Beehive Radio, shout it. We'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.